Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be this fun, like beachy inspired fun beach day nail set. So I'm starting off with quite literally every color of the rainbow over here. I normally try to keep my designs to just a few colors, just to keep things simple in case, you know, someone wanted to recreate this. But for this design, I really wanted everything to have their right colors. I really wanted it to be bright and fun and colorful. So as you can see here, I'm going through all of the colors of the rainbow. But of course, if you didn't want to use so many colors, you can definitely do this design with less. I just felt like it would be really bright and fun. So I'm starting off with this, it's like this Milky Jelly gel polish from Born Pretty, and I'm going to do that on two of the nails over here. I do end up doing two coats of this. I do the second coat off camera, but I do end up doing two coats of this. And then the middle nail I am doing with white over here. So this white is so pigmented from Apres that I only did one coat of this, and you can see it's like super intense. So next up on the other two nails, like the two border nails, I'm going to create this kind of like abstract ombre design. I mean, it is an ombre, but I didn't I wasn't like too careful blending the colors. I wanted the streak marks to actually show, because the design that I had in mind, I kind of wanted it to be like an abstract sunset in a way. So I was thinking like the whites can kind of look like clouds and then kind of like a sunset fading over the ocean a little bit. But I did want it to have this more like rugged, artsy feel to it. So I didn't blend the colors too much. But of course, if you were recreating something like this and you do prefer a more seamless blend between your ombres, then you definitely can do that. It was definitely just a design choice that I wanted to do, and so I left the streak marks. I thought it was really cool. So while I'm doing this other nail here, it's the same as before. I wanted to apologize for not having a video up earlier this week. I'm not sure if you even noticed that I didn't have a video go up on Sunday, but my weekend was so busy. I finished work so late every day this week. It's my busy season for my corporate job, and then over the weekend we actually had some friends over. We had friends over Thursday through Sunday, and I wanted to hang out with them. I didn't want to like just leave them to do a nail set, and normally I do nail sets for the coming week on Fridays if I have a chance, but I didn't want to leave them on Friday to just like hang out by themselves. I felt like that was kind of rude, and also I did want to hang out with my friends who I haven't seen in a while. So I decided to just take Friday off and miss an upload. But anyway, getting back to the nails, I'm doing a matte top coat on these three nails over here because I'm going to be doing some hand painting, some nail art, and I would like doing that on a matte surface. So while that was curing in the lamp, I wanted to add some chrome to these nails over here. I just wanted to add a bit of like a sun-kissed warm feel to it and just add a little bit of texture. So I am doing just the Beetles top coat, and I cured in the lamp for 10 seconds, and then I apply the chrome. I actually forgot to film it over here, but I'm doing the same thing on this nail over here. So I don't apply too much of the chrome because I still want the colors to be very like obvious and peek through. If you do a very thick layer, it can like cover up the colors too much, and I did want the colors to still be there, so I used a very thin layer, a very small amount. I just wanted to add a little bit of like a sun-kissed glow to feel like it's like, you know, golden hour over the beach with the sunset and everything. So now on this nail, I am going to like create like a beach ball kind of design. So I am using these very bright, well, I wouldn't say they're primary colors. Red and blue are primary colors, but green isn't. But primary and secondary colors over here to create this really bright, fun beach ball set, like design. So there's really nothing complicated about it. It was a little bit time consuming because I did two coats for all of them just so that the pigment would be really strong. But just creating these like wedges that have a curve to them, because a beach ball is round, so when they have like designs, the designs are curved and have this like curved effect because it's a globe, it's round, so everything's curved. So it's a really easy design over here. It's nothing too complicated. The most time consuming thing was really just curing between every color, and then also doing two layers and cleaning off my brush in between. So that was like a little bit time consuming, but it wasn't difficult at all. You're just creating these fun little curved wedges and filling them in, and it's a really simple, easy design. And then after I did that, I did the yellow dot in the middle again because I wanted it to overlap where like the points come to meet in the center, because I wanted the yellow dot to be on top of the wedges and not look like the wedges were kind of floating by themselves. So I just like fixed it up over here, created the yellow circle again on top of it so that it kind of looks like they're coming out from under. And then for this nail over here, I wanted to paint some flip-flops. I am not the best at hand painting, and flip-flops, they have like a funny, like interesting design. They're kind of like a little bit of like a kidney bean shape a little bit. So I kind of like winged it. I wasn't really sure what I was doing. I just kind of eyeballed it and kind of figured I'll fix it up as I go. The first one came out pretty good. The second one I needed to like touch up. You'll see as I go. I needed to touch up a little bit using like these micro cotton swabs, but it was really easy. It wasn't complicated. It was just like getting the shape right. And they didn't come out exactly the same, but I don't know. I think it's hard to get stuff to be exactly the same shape and size and everything, but I figured, you know, one of them can be in the foreground and one of them can be in the background, kind of like someone just threw their flip-flops off to the side while going to hang out at the beach. So there's like really no reason to ever feel frustrated or intimidated by doing hand painting, which is something that I had to get over as well. I used to just feel like, no, I can't do it. I'm not even gonna try. But I feel like it's something that I've gotten over, and even though I'm not the best at hand painting, I still enjoy it a lot, and I feel like I've definitely grown in confidence because I've never tried anything, you know, like this, and it shouldn't be too complicated, but you can see I still needed to like fix things up, and it didn't come out perfect. But I think it's super important to just not feel intimidated by designs that you've never tried or techniques that you've never tried, because worst case scenario, you just take it off and try it again. And that of course is like the benefit of gel polish, because I was able to, you know, cure in between layers, so if I mess something up then I didn't risk ruining it. But even if you're doing regular nail polish, it comes off easily enough that you can fix up your designs if you mess up a little bit, and it's not something to be intimidated by. So that's just like something I wanted to pass on to any of you who might be beginners or nervous about doing hand painted nail art. And I think a super important thing is to not try to be perfect all the time. My hand painting is definitely not perfect, but you can still get I mean, they look like flip-flops, you know? And I think that sometimes trying to be overly perfect, which is something that I struggle with often, can really hinder us. And I think that it's important to know that, you know, you're not going to get it first try perfectly, you know. You require practice. Everyone requires practice when they're doing something for the first time, and that's okay. So I kind of had like the same situation. I was doing sunglasses over here, and they kind of came out different. On the second one, I brought down the sunglasses a little bit lower, and it took on more of a square shape. So I just fixed it up as I went along. I think it's something that like was something I needed to get over for myself as well, just not getting nervous or frustrated or feel like I can't do it when things went wrong, because it's super easy to just fix it up and then you can keep going. So I finished up this sunglasses over here and then added a few more like rhinestones and stuff to the rest of the set. You'll see as we go along, and I really love how the set came out. So I'm just gonna finish up over here and do the rest of the nail set. The set is making me feel like I want to go to the beach. I have not been to the beach yet this summer. Drove past the beach a few times, but I haven't actually gone to the beach. And for me, it's something that like, I like the beach and I like the idea of a beach day, but I hate sand. So I only want to go to the beach if I'm really making like a full day's event out of it, where to me it's like quote unquote worth it to like get all sandy and get all of my stuff sandy and everything like that. Because if I'm only going to go to the beach for like an hour or two and then come home with like the literal beach in my bag, because it's impossible not to bring home a ton of sand with you, then like to me it's not worth it. And I actually did plan a beach day a few months ago when it was like still like the beginning of the beachy season, and by the time I like was gonna get there and everything like that, it was gonna be like 5 o'clock, and it was still early in the season that I was like, 5 o'clock, it's gonna start to get chilly. I get cold really easily. If there's like the slightest breeze at the beach, like I'm gonna be freezing. So I ended up not going, even though I had packed for the beach and everything like that. I had packed for the beach. I cut up like watermelon and washed some grapes and packed water and everything, and I was ready to go. But I was like, oh my gosh, by the time I get there, it's gonna be like early evening and I'm gonna be cold and it won't be enjoyable, and then I don't want to come home with the sand. So it's like I kind of want to go to the beach and plan a beach day, and I feel like I should do that soon, but also I'm just like, but I hate sand. Are you like that also? I know that like people ask like, would you prefer beach or pool? And I'm totally a pool person. I want to sit in water, I want to like sunbathe and do all that fun stuff, but I don't want to get sand everywhere, because sand, I don't know, maybe I'm doing the beach wrong, but I feel like no matter how careful I am, the sand gets everywhere. It gets in my water, it gets in my eyes, it gets all over my stuff. Even when I'm so careful, it's like the wind blows and then like sand gets blown everywhere, or someone walks by too close and kicks up sand, and all of a sudden I'm just like covered in it. And it's like, I wish the beach just wasn't so beachy. I guess it's like, I'm asking for the wrong thing over here. I guess really what I want is a pool day. But I don't have a pool nearby. My parents have a pool, and in the summer that was like the funnest thing ever. But now I'm married and don't live nearby them at all, so it's not something that I get to do frequently. Last summer we went and visited my family and hung out at the pool a lot, and that was super fun. But every time my parents send photos, like just recently my mom sent a photo of my brother sitting in like one of these like massive pool floaties with a book, just like chilling, and I'm like, oh my god, this kid is totally living my dream. But anyway, I decided to bring the beach onto my nails, or onto this nail set, because I'm not going to get to the beach anytime soon, unfortunately. But I'm just going to finish up here with this top coat and bring the set to life over here. I love how it came out. I think it's super fun. It's super summery. Let me know your thoughts on this set down below, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!